Hi everyone, it's Zigzag here and welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Now, the question of today's video is, can I win on Battle Royale on no moving, panning, or zooming? I have 9 opponents who are all going to be walking around looking for signs, whatever, so the chances are definitely not in my favor, but the difference is that I have 15,000 games of experience and many of these people have only played a few hundred. So we're in the gold division on my second account at the moment and we're going to find out how we can go today. We'll start up with Battle Royale countries, then move on to some distance battle. I think it's a long time since I played any Battle Royale on the channel. So give the video a like if you want to see more of that. But here we go, we are piling in, and look at this, we got these new graphics, which my laptop is struggling to handle. And good to see that Geoguessr is in 2023 here, because we can indeed flip around these avatars. This is very gratifying to see. And here we go, the Battle Royale is filling up. We've got basically everyone here. So I do love how you can see the flags now. We got a Sri Lankan guy, we got Botswana, France, Turkey. Gonna be an interesting game here, as I think we are filled up. We have, I think, 10 people now. And let's see how we can go on no moving, panning, or zooming. How many times we can get the country in a row. And our first one here should just be Ghana. This is a very typical Ghanan poll. Interesting, you forget, because playing Battle Royale, you actually have a whole part of the screen taken up. So it's a bit of a different experience on that no moving, panning, or zooming. But yeah, this is just indeed Ghana. And we had a Senegal guest there coming in. But yeah, I expect most people to know this by now. The Ghana black tape, which you can see here. Yeah, very easy meta. But of course, for me, I've played enough that I don't really ever need to look at that. It's definitely a good tip for intermediate players, though. As we go down to the final guesses here, so we've got, what is that, a Sierra Leone or a Gabon guess there? Eswatini, come on, Helmi, you can do it. Our Finnish friend needs our help here. Come on, use the 50-50, use the 50-50. All right, seems that Helmi did make it through there. Excellent to see. And here we have a fairly difficult round because it's kind of panned away from the road here. The way that this light is set up, and I think there's a divot in the pole here, so that definitely feels like Brazil. Also, this red roof also feels quite Brazilian. I think the only other place this could possibly be would be in the panhandle of Argentina. So let's get our guess locked in here. And indeed, we are correct. All the way up north there, actually, in Piauí State, or even Maranhão, right on the border. And yeah, let's see what they see when they look around here. So they have Brazilian poles, so that's kind of, that one's quite a good like indicator if someone's kind of more of an intermediate player, because they probably know that clue by now, by that stage. The next one here is interesting, you know. I can actually see a few countries working here. I believe it kind of looks like Chile, but we've got yellow road lines in the center of the road here. So I would have to assume that this is US or Canada. And of the two, that's really interesting how the road is like that. I could actually see it being other countries too. Surely it's not New Zealand, right? I mean, it looks more like the US. Oh, but I think I would go Canada first. Let's just wait to see what the other guesses are here. We've got an Argentina coming in. I mean, surely this is not Chile. Because the thing is, in Chile, almost always you have all yellow lines or all white lines. You never have, like, combination. So yeah, I would assume this is just US or Canada. But I'm waiting for one person to, like, guess US or something. Okay, not US, so we should go Canada here then, I assume. Not Canada. Okay, so it's also not New Zealand. So I'm actually not quite sure why I've not worked this out here. We still have 40 seconds. It should be well enough. Time to get it. Now, I would assume then that this has to be Chile, which is really interesting to me. We had an Argentina guess, so I guess we might have Spanish here. But this configuration of road lines is strange. Okay, we'll make our guess here, and it is Chile. That is incredibly rare. I mean, it was my first thought, but to see combination yellow and white lines, I feel like this might be one of the only roads I know of in Chile that would ever do that. Like, I don't think I've ever seen it before. So, very interesting round here. Next one is just going to be somewhere in Thailand because of this light bulb that stretches all the way over the road. And yeah, seems like a lot of people are getting at the Thai goat. Have to get in here and get that correct guess. Actually, all the way down there in Phuket. Let's take a look around here. What do they see? I mean, it's a fairly easy Thailand if you know Thai polls, of course, but apart from that, maybe a bit more difficult because we've got people going in South America here. Okay, so we're through here. Next round should be somewhere in Cambodia. So Cambodia has a ton of these like pom-pom top palms, which I mentioned in the video with Geoguessr. They're really common over there. So this one should easily be there. If it's not, then I guess we guess Thailand or Sri Lanka or something. But yeah, with this Google car as well, should really be Cambodia as well. And yeah, one thing I noticed about Cambodia is that you often get these kind of fields with like small paths going through. I'm not even sure what they're growing here. Is it wheat? Doesn't really feel like it. Not really sure what that is, but yeah, you get lots of these like fields with like trees lining them. Quite cool landscape, honestly. I really do like that kind of thing. But yeah, let's check. Am I recording? Indeed I am. Nice. Good to hear. Good to see. Interesting incorrect guesses here. We had Uruguay, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, South Africa, Ghana, Malaysia, Wow. Thailand, yeah. So this guy's on the right track with Thailand. I think he could get it here. All he has to do is go Mongolia. Surely he finds some more language or something like that. I mean, it is very rural here, so he might not. But surely Mikkel. Surely Mikkel. Come on through, man. Will he get it? He does not. Okay, so it's just 4 of us now. This one with the low camera should be somewhere in Switzerland. I'm not really sure. Everyone else has used their 50-50, so I feel kind of good about coming out with a win overall here. But yeah, Switzerland, we've got Germanic architecture plus this extra big blur at the bottom should indicate that we're in a low-cam country, and that in Europe is only found in Switzerland. So yeah, that made life nice and easy, at least for now. They might bring it out somewhere as well in the future. This one looks like Uruguay to me. Is that a black number plate? Okay, it should be somewhere in Argentina then. So yeah, Argentina have black number plates, but it kind of looks like it's just got a black dot in the middle because of the white text. And yeah, that's a really good way to differentiate the plates because in Uruguay you have like a longer white one. And so that makes life nice and easy. Oh, we forgot to press guess here, but that's okay. We are indeed correct. So it's only one person. Oh, it's only 3 of us now. I just realized. So only one person can make it through with me, and it's going to be Dan. And we got a fairly difficult one here, so we're actually going to have to strain our eyes a bit. I think it's Czechoslovak bollards. And of the 2, I think Czechia's slightly better here. So let's lock in Czechia and get Slovakia ready here. I think it's better. I'm not sure. This could easily be Slovakia. It's kind of 50-50 in my opinion. Let's see what it is. And we won. Very, very good. I would like to see where our opponent went there. Oh, look at all these bonuses we got. Wow. So we had lots of, like, yeah, we didn't use that 50-50 or anything like that. So let's see the summary here and see what our opponent went in the back. We got 19, I think, ELO from that. Look, that's all the incorrect guesses. I like this. So you can see where everyone's guessing. That Brazil definitely, okay, I really like this actually. Like, yes, Battle Royale's kind of boring once you get good enough because everyone just gets the right answer over and over and it ends up taking ages, but it is really cool to see where people go wrongly on these rounds. And that was a really interesting Chile there. We had some really interesting Latin America for that Thailand guess. And look at this Cambodia, everyone everywhere on that one. But round 8. And, oh, we had a Sweden guess. I can understand that. We had some dashes on the outside of the road. So there we go. That was the first one. Let's go in again here. I think Distance Battle Royale is going to be the one that's harder to win. So we'll have to move on to that after. But let's get another win on countries. Okay, loading in here with just 3 seconds to go. It's a very European mix of people here, but we have a Japanese friend representing this side of the time zone. And what do we have here? A bit of Jordan action. So Jordan, like Amman's just a pretty distinctive city. It's a huge city. You can see all the white buildings. And then we've got this black Google car as well, which always helps to differentiate that you're not over the other side, where they would have different Google cars. But yeah, that was definitely just always going to be Amman. Now, will people get it correct? We have Israel and Tunisia coming in. I think once those 2 have been guessed, everyone should be getting Jordan, because that's pretty much the only other country that looks like this. UAE also coming in there. Surely 80 can get it. I'm pretty sure if you've played a bit of Battle Royale, you'd know that Jordan comes up, but we'll see. And 80, he opts for the 50-50. Oh, and he gets it. Let's go, 80. Making it through to round number 2 here. So that's everyone making it. And the next one here is legitimately difficult. We're going to have to wait for some guesses here, I think. So the sun appears to be to the north. That would indicate probably Uruguay or Argentina here. Otherwise, I could have seen Europe as quite possible. So I'm actually just going to wait here. There are so many players in this round, and I doubt everyone's going to know unless there's a flag right behind us. And yeah, no guesses coming in yet. We have an Australia guess. I'm really thinking this is most likely to be Uruguay, but just waiting to see what people are going to go for. Omega's guess makes sense here. Honestly, it does kind of look like Australia on the left-hand side of the screen. The problem is these big fences, these big gates are not typical for that region of the world. So I would say I'm just going to go for Uruguay here. Let's splurge and use our guess. And will it be correct? Didn't actually make the guess yet. So a bit of lag here. Let's see what the result is. Ooh, interesting. Are we actually still connected here? I mean, yeah, the internet seems to be going quickly here, so I'm not really sure what's happened to Geoguessr. I'm not really sure. Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. We lost all our elo. Okay, we are back. It's going to be a smaller one this time. Only 5 of us, so I guess that kind of makes up for our lost game last time. Let's see if this actually loads in. Well, okay. Well, we are in. Okay, excellent. Wow, that took a long time to load, and we appear to be in Australia here. So that's a nice, easy one. We can just lock it in here, and we are through. Okay, nice. Seems like we are back and cooking with gas. Let's go. I don't really know what's causing this issue. All these new fancy graphics in Battle Royale, man, they're not good for the old laptop here. But okay, this one should be Russia, and I'm thinking with this type of pod plant, I think it's a type of legume. That's what my friend Nebula on the Geoguessr Explained told me. But this one should just be, was not Russia? Okay, should be Ukraine then with the cobblestone. I could only assume. Yeah, all the way south there. I mean, it had to be really south because this type of tree only grows in like warm climates, I think. So that was a really interesting Ukraine there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Here we are, Hauptbahnhof. This looks like Vienna, and that's a classic world map kind of round, right? But it could still be Germany. I could see it. I mean, I feel like people are going to guess Germany first, so I might actually lock in Germany here, despite the fact that I think it's Vienna. And then we can just go straight for it. Oh, as if they knocked me out, bro. Oh my gosh. It's the easiest Vienna, but I just couldn't, like, yeah, it's the easiest Vienna, but I just couldn't justify locking in Austria when I thought, like, Battle Royale noobs would just go straight for Germany. That was a bit act of hubris, to be honest. That was a terrible loss there. Okay, let's go for one more. We've just loaded in here immediately, so let's see if we can catch another win here. We're against Dan again. He was a pretty strong opponent last time, but the location is taking a while to load here. Let's see if we can guess just based on what other people go. I feel like it's honestly pretty doable. Okay, they went India and Bangladesh. Okay, we have to refresh here, unfortunately. But they went India and Pakistan. I feel like this should be Bangladesh every time, right? People getting the language right, and it is just going to be Bengali there. So yeah, moving forward, pretty easy one there. Wow, someone already got eliminated. They must have missed the country, I guess. Okay, next one here should be somewhere in Germany. Could also see Luxembourg. I'm not really sure if Germany's been added, but it definitely looks like a German round to me. So think I will go in for that here. Yeah, if not, this type of bollard here, plus this kind of landscape, should be an easy Luxembourg second. But yeah, okay, good to know that Germany is indeed updated in the map here. And yeah, very typical German landscape. Luxembourg guess is coming in, not really a surprise. And here we go. Okay, next round here. What are we going to do? Eastern Europe, facing into some combi blocks, could be difficult. This antenna is particularly common in Eastern Europe, and I think with all the apartment buildings, Bulgaria makes a lot of sense. Like, certain particular countries have a lot of apartment buildings. Like, Bulgaria has way more than Hungary, for example, which could be another option here. So, feeling very good about Bulgaria, and everyone just makes it through there. So we could be facing some high-rated opponents here. Here is some India coverage. This is pretty simple. Now, let me try and actually work out where we'd be in India here, though. I would say this is a bit further south. I think sometimes you get this pole top maybe in, like, Telangana state or something like that around Hyderabad. So, we don't get to know. I forgot that that's a interesting quirk of Battle Royale. But anyway, next one here should be Turkey, I imagine. So yeah, this is a red and white Turkish chevron, which you find in a bunch of Eastern European countries, but definitely in Turkey. And then, yeah, these poplar trees, the rockiness makes it kind of feel like inner central, or maybe a bit further east as well. Very green as well. Okay, just two of us. Wow, Taijen and me. This one's a pretty easy Peru, I would say. Or is it? No, it's actually Colombia? Yeah. This white signpost should put us in Colombia, I imagine. Now, he can go check this back of the signpost when he moves around, of course. If it's not Colombia, I don't know what it is, to be honest, though, because this white signpost should really make it a lock. And yeah, Taijen playing very strong here. New Zealand is up next. We're driving left with yellow lines. So, how many rounds do we go with Taijen here? He's competent enough to get the country, so every easy enough round, I would assume that, it's going to go on for a while, because particularly this one, very easy. As for New Zealand, Australia never has double yellow lines, especially with white outer lines, kind of similar to Chile. We always, and he must have gone Australia there, I imagine, because, yeah, Australia would, where does he go? Actually, the double yellow lines may have made him go US or something. Okay, he goes to Australia. So, yeah, in Australia, it's always yellows or always whites. Obviously, the yellows are very, very uncommon. But in New Zealand, they switch it up. They use a mix of both. So, there we go. That was a bit of Battle Royale country. Now, I would like to say, yes, the Vienna round did prove that I'm very, very beatable on here. However, I would like to say that, yeah, most times we should win on that. Distance, though, I'm feeling like this could be a bit different. So let's see what happens over on Distance Battle Royale here. I think because as soon as they have some info with, like, a place name, things get a lot worse. So let's see how it goes. Okay, here we are, starting off the game. It's just going to be 5 of us, so this should be quite winnable. Got a nice bunch of European opponents here. Let's see if we can take the W. Okay, first one here, obviously Eastern Europe vibes. Long antenna on the car here, which is fairly useful. That's only found in certain countries in Europe. And I'm thinking just with the vibes here that this is probably Ukraine. This brick house also would make me want to go more Western Ukraine. It kind of feels more like a European style of brick. The other option would be Slovakia, in my opinion. I don't really think it's Russia. I was thinking maybe even Usharod or something like that could be a good option. But I feel like Ivano is kind of like the better hedge here. So I'm going to go for that. Let's see where that places us. I would imagine first, yeah. We're first by 150 kilometers here. We'll use that, I guess, and just have a look around here. And yeah, feeling very good about this guess, to be honest. It should be relatively close. So let's see if it was Usharod or the other side of the mountains here. And, it was actually all the way in Kharkiv. They were Kharkiv Mountains, and the person who goes Russia is fortunately further away. So we actually have to be a bit more, what do you want to say, conservative with our guesses here a little bit. I mean, a bit more liberal with our guesses probably, because that was almost elimination. But this one's pretty, this is a bad site, honestly. The Greek language, and Greece is relatively difficult to read and guess, so we might have to use multiple guesses here, I'd imagine. But I don't think there's anything on here that's going to be particularly useful from what I can see. Yeah, we got the commies, but I don't really see where that would place us, KKE. Though it may have something to do with the place name, I'm not really so sure. It could be like Castoria. It's possible. Maybe a Greek person in the comments can tell us. But where do I actually want to go here? I feel like, yeah, this could be really anywhere. I might start off with this guess and then try and work out whether I think it's more south or north. So let's go for that. Places is pretty close up there, so I think I'm liking this guess, though, I mean, surely. Let's get a second guess down here. I feel like if I was making a second guess, I would go like here. Okay, we just make it in. Oh yeah, and it was near that one, so that's interesting. All of us opted for North Greece, which is interesting, but again, the Ukraine guess, not going to be quite it there. Not recognizing the Greek language, which is beneficial for us. But okay, next one here. Driving right, long dashes in the center, so I think this is actually France, right? Though, could this be something else? Definitely. The brick architecture makes you think maybe a bit of Belgium, or even Denmark. I say that because we got a yellow plate here on the service vehicle. And now that I think of it, I think you do sometimes get long yellow dashes in Finland. So yeah, I'm in Denmark. So I'm actually going to say this is Denmark. Now, this is one where I definitely want them to guess so I can get a good idea of how close my guess is. So he goes in. I think Odense is a good guess here, so let's see where that would place us. Okay, we're 66 kilometers closer. I think the other option would be like France on the Belgian border, but looks like our guess is holding out here, so I'm feeling fairly confident. In fact, I think it is Denmark, because I don't really see where would be the better guess. 77 kilometers closer than me there. Should I put a Copenhagen guess down? I think so. I think I'll put the guess down. Okay, oh, and we're 8.4 kilometers closer there. That is absolutely clutch, and I think I'm just going to leave it here. And oh, yeah. Oh, yes, that was a good switch. So there we go. Okay, that was an interesting one. We got 10 seconds to soak in with that victory there. And this one should be New Zealand, I imagine. So, oh, really good guess there by our opponent. Okay, we have to really pull up our socks. He's got 3 guesses, and this is New Zealand. I think it's North Island. And I'm going to have to use all my guesses here. That's the reality of the situation. But I think I'm going to use my guesses late. Yeah, I'm going to let him kind of have a look around here. 45 seconds, it has to take place, right? Unless we use all our guesses. But let's just see what he does. Wait to make the first move and just analyze the landscape here. So I would say this is almost certainly North Island, with the very small chance this is all the way south. But well, actually, I think we'll wait till 20 seconds. We'll make our guess, and then we'll start spamming. So first guess for me would be like around Hamilton. I feel like these could be Hamilton Hills. And then I think we'd make it like all the way on, and we'd make maybe a guess here. Okay, let's go. Okay, 16,000 kilometers closer. We still have to make multiple guesses here. I'm going to put one here, and I'm also going to put, oh, we have to guess. And then with 5 seconds to go, I'm going to put one down here. And I feel like that, okay. Ooh, yeah, this was a good second guess. He actually eventually gets New Zealand, slams it in the middle of North Island, and fortunately, one on the north and one on the south of this North Island is enough there. That's difficult, because normally you think around Egmont, you're going to see Egmont, but of course on an NPZ, you do get some just random hills here. So that was a good win. I have to say, it wasn't like a particularly confident win. We always just made it in there, but that's kind of how the tactics go on this. And we have some high-rated opponents here, so this should be an interesting one. Okay, just 5 opponents in this one again here. So let's see if we can take this win. Honestly, everyone's pretty high-rated here. So, were we going to start? Here's my tactic, okay. I'm copying the link, then I'm opening a new window, closing the other one, paste it in, full screen. Let's go. Let's see if that actually works. I feel like the avatars are just lagging it way too much, but I could be wrong. Okay, we are through. We got 30 seconds to guess the country here. Fortunately, we're staring at an easy North Portugal here. So let's just get in here and make our guess. We can get eliminated round 1, don't forget. So I'm gonna say we're just like around this kind of region here. This should be like around, 78, 79 kilometers. We could get knocked out here. I think we have to like also hedge one further south here. Let's just see if anyone's able to get closer than us here. Yeah, 79 kilometers. That's even further than I thought. So it should be down around this region here, I imagine. Again, we're going to be safe here, so no real point in guessing too many times here. Couple of Croatia, Italy, Spain guesses, but yeah, just going to be around where I had that second plonk. It makes sense, but it did give me a bit of a north vibe there. The pole was Portuguese, though, so it was always going to be there at least. Okay, next one here. Generation 2 cameras is definitely interesting here. Videos, CD-ROMs, interesting. I actually don't quite know where I think this is. I think it might be Portugal once again. That almost looks like a Brazilian pole. And then what I just noticed now is that we do indeed have some like very square-looking pavement here, which is very typical of Portugal. Then also thinking that we may... This could be just confirmation bias, but I think there could be a yellow stripe on that plate as well. So let's just get into Portugal here. I imagine like the players will know this again. And I'm thinking of going for a south of Lisbon guess here, because I think people are going to go Lisbon. That's 27 kilometers away at least. So I'm going to put a north of Lisbon guess as well. I don't think it's Lisbon itself. There's a lot of buildings though. Ooh, 2.9 kilometers. I'm going to go for I'm going to go for that as well. Let's see. Okay, so that was potentially bad. I think this is... We have to get a downtown Lisbon guess in here, guys. I think we could actually die. And yeah, it was downtown Lisbon there. We end up in second. But we only have three... Oh, we do have 3 guesses left because we got such a close guess. And that's good. Definitely made it worthwhile to get that extra guess in there. And you can see just like, yeah. I guess it does make sense. I guess the reason I didn't initially think that it was there just was because it was lower quality camera. But, you know, sometimes you do get that. This is Montenegro, I think. And I think it's Bay of Kotor because it like feels so lush, very touristy and nice buildings and stuff. And we got a bit of red on the plate there, which you do see in some European countries. Don't think it's Croatia on this occasion, so I would guess like in Kotor here or something like that. Maybe we could hedge in the middle here like that. But I'm going to guess here. We're 468 kilometers away, or at least closer than the next person. I'm almost so confident that we could look around and you know, let that be our final guess. But, of course, it is a very famous place, and a lot of opponents are European, so maybe they would know about it some way, you know, just like people, family, friends going to holiday there or something like that. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like people are getting this, so I'm going to have a look around and see if I'm correct about that. We don't see the bay, nor do we see rifts here, but I think I am still correct. That we are at least somewhere in that direction, and no one seems to be guessing here. I'm actually a little worried that we have actually lost connection. Okay, interesting stuff here. Let's copy this over to a new window, use our tactic again, and let's see if we have survived here. Surely we have. If we survived, I mean, if that guess got in, then surely we're still in, but that's the question, I don't know. Sure, okay, we're definitely running out of time now. I think we might actually be out of this. Ooh, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, no. Oh my gosh, bro. It didn't matter, they were really close in Belgium anyway. What the heck is that bait? I can't believe it. We actually gained Elo, but come on now. So I feel like Battle Royale is a little broken, and it's kind of discouraging me from playing again, I must say. It could also just be internet concerns here, but you can see everything else seemed to be working fine when it was working, so I'm not really sure. But what we can say is we did gain Elo for the whole episode, and the only times we lost were either on some cruel Viennas or on some... That was world map, I should have got that. Or on some laggy rounds. So there we go. We end off the video at... well, 35,000th in the world, not too bad. And yeah, guys, that is it. So that is my little brief foray into Battle Royale after playing no times in the last year, I feel. So yeah, let's see if you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, then smash like and I'll play it again. But yeah, guys, until next time, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Catch ya.